A source of love, created by divine to shed light on everything I touch. I'm grateful for where I am and who I have become. One. Free and open to my dreams. Receive the messages and listen. Pay attention to your feelings, intuition. Exhale to find release. Inhale to find my peace. Oh, no longer chasing a high. To ease up my mind, intuition. Say, 444. A blessing in disguise. My angels guiding me with love and light. Reminding me that I'm protected for life. 444, that gut feeling, never deceiving. Intuition. People lie sometimes, I see it with my third eye. Got a feeling in my soul, and I won't second guess myself. 'Cause I know myself, no reason not to trust myself. I guess the people in my life back then, I simply manifested. Can't believe I let myself go the way I did, but I reconnected with my higher self. Focused on my growth and my mental health. I deserve respect and devotion, 'cause there's no replication. Trust yourself, you know yourself. No reason why you should doubt yourself. Intuition. 444. A blessing in disguise. My angels guiding me with love and light. Reminding me that I'm protected for life. 444, that gut feeling, never deceiving. Intuition. You are a source of love, created by divine to shed light on everything you touch. Be grateful for where you are and who you have become. We're one. Yeah. Okay. Hips swinging like my favorite pendulum. Now I got everybody's attention. Not afraid of my demons, 'cause I'm friends with them. We've been chilling in a different dimension. I've been manifesting all my love, peace, fame, money, health. Doing hot girl shit with my highest self, yeah. Just the other day, I was praying for some feedback. Then she deep out there, baby girl, kick your seat back. Running through the campus with my bike and my ski mask. Running by these stairs, baby girl, you need a relax. Sleep that, he a sucker, how you breathe that. Never take him back off some fuck shit, best believe that. Trying to elevate every day so I can beat my highest self. Natural elevated, she prioritize her health. Ain't worry about no players, these girl men can fix themselves. Split the stage for the vibes and the wealth. But then I got the things I need, don't need nobody else. On me, I never let nobody take myself to self. When you kiss my neck, I swear it take me somewhere else. Now I got that magic that gon' make my baby melt. But I ain't never seen no one beside yourself. Hips swinging like my favorite pendulum. Now I got everybody's attention. Not afraid of my demons, 'cause I'm friends with them. We've been chilling in a different dimension. I've been manifesting all my life, peace, fame, money, health. Doing hot girl shit with my higher self, yeah. I've been protected. My third eye is connected. Been spiritually tested, manifesting my blessings. Spend my energy at work just to flip the cash when invest me. On some hot girl shit, he gon' throw down. Treat me like a queen before real. Baby got the juice, if you know what I'm saying. No one do it like my girls, my best friend bad and Jamaican. Since the energy right, our hips been swaying. Real bad bitch vibes, coming through pretty slaves. My favorite pendulum, now I got everybody's attention. I'm afraid of my demons cause I'm friends with them. Yeah, we chillin' in a different dimension. I've been manifesting all my love, peace, fame, money, health. Doing hot girl shit with my eyes down.
All right.
God is dawn. Like and subscribe. Comment some night. Love in this light. Here's God is dawn. God is dawn. God is dawn.
Yes, peace, world, peace. Welcome back to Goddess Dawn Speaks. I am Goddess Dawn, the warrior, baby. Happy Saturday night to you. Some of y'all it's Sunday morning, but I'm on the West Coast. It's only 9:25 here. Still early. I'm just winding down, actually. I've been swimming in amazement, writing out these verses, reversing on my curses, walking in my purpose, doing it on purpose. I'm sure, I'm certain, I'm pure, not perfect. I rise in service of God. I'm a servant. Take me high. All praises to the Most High. All right, y'all. How y'all feeling tonight? How's everybody feeling? Let me say hi to y'all here real quick. As you can tell, I'm in a very mellow mood tonight. I'm chilling. Wow, Wayne, yes, Love Warrior. No, what's going on, Dr. No? Dr. No. Beautiful Spirit. Wow, Wayne again. I see you. You was here early. Miss Ashanti Dawson. Aries Goddess. Okay. Chrissy Power. Yes. Juti, hey, what's going on? Hey, JC is here, the Almanac. Hello to you. Hello. Queen Keish, I see you. If you're still here. I was a few minutes late, so thank you for your patience. Well, yeah, I'm just here to chat and catch up, check in with y'all and whatnot. There's a lot going on in the world. A lot going on in these YouTube streets too, child. I don't know if y'all caught me my member channel live. I made an attempt. To try to cover all the bullshit, but I wasn't in the mood. If you check out the live, you'll know why. I won't get into that now because I'm staying in high vibes. All right, so what are we talking about? So, yeah, like I said, I'm just here to check in, chop it up with y'all about some stuff I see in the headlines. I do want to shout out my members for hanging out with me. And even if you were in the replay, it means a lot. If you're not yet a member, go ahead and join now before that $1.99 a month tier closes. Thank you in advance, though. Thank you in advance. Now let's get into these damn topics, y'all. Now, first and foremost, I want to get into something that is more so international, not just worldwide. Hey, Marcus, what's going on, King? And I'll just pull up the news clip and then we'll go from there. Let's see. I'm going to mute myself and hopefully we'll have no audio issues. Let's go.
Two groups, one supporting women's rights, the other supporting the people of Iran, thought they were going to be the only ones on Chicago's Federal Plaza this morning. As the double booking of the space became clear, the two groups became one, rallying for each other's cause. CBS 2's Sharday Gray was in Federal Plaza as it all unfolded.
Dozens of people are here at Federal Plaza for women's rights with two different purposes: standing in solidarity for Iran and Chicago for abortion rights.
My body, my choice.
A big turnout at the Federal Plaza as two different protests took place for national and global days of action. Hundreds gathered to stand in solidarity with Iran.
We are talking about basic human rights here. We're talking about, again, what you want to wear and how you're oppressed as a woman because of your body.
Woman, life, freedom!
Along with women fighting for reproductive rights here in the U.S.
Women's rights are human rights. And it goes the same for like trans rights and Black Lives Matter. You know, everybody deserves to be treated equally.
It's called a Women's Wave Day of Action Rally. They want to defend and expand access to safe and legal abortions and other reproductive rights.
We live in a country that likes to say that we are all about freedom. Women cannot be free if we cannot control what is happening to our own body.
Protesters were seen marching down in the streets, starting from Adams and Dearborn
My body, my choice.
to Michigan.
Woman, life, freedom!
The two protests found common grounds after a 22-year-old Kurdish Iranian woman died while in custody of the morality police in Iran on September 16th. Niloufar Tehrani was born and raised in Iran.
That fight is going on for 43 years, but we are still not achieving a true freedom for women's body, for women's rights. And that is the reason that we are here today.
Her death has sparked deadly protests in Iran for weeks, along with peaceful demonstrations across the world, including Chicago. It's the third week in a row people in Chicago gathered to stand in solidarity with the women of Iran. This as government forces there continue to crack down on protesters. Tehrani is asking for the city of Chicago for more support.
I want to call on Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot to be an advocate for Iran, for women in Iran.
Both groups are asking for the same solution: equal rights for women. Reporting at the Federal Plaza, Sharday Gray, CBS 2 News.
Hello.
My bad. I was mute the whole time. Damn. I'm just talking. I'm like, oh yeah, Miss Della's having problems. Oh well. I admit, Love Warrior.
Hey, Goddess Warriors. Happy Saturday.
Happy Saturday.
Hey, all right. Girl, I just went home and took a little quick nap, and my alarm didn't go off. Thank God. I woke up for a second. I'm like, I'm here. I was here, y'all. I made it.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, welcome back. Glad you made it.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, we're talking about women's rights right now
That
because
is so awesome. I
we
love
got
it.
we got to still fight for them after all these hundreds and hundreds of years of oppression. But yeah,
That's the truth. This is a beautiful thing, though. And it's taking the Iranian women to get out there and call it out. Isn't that something?
yeah. Well, Iran, excuse me, and Chicago band together apparently.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, it's definitely though. I feel. I mean, it's great, but at the same time, it's like, why are we here? We should be way further than this. We shouldn't even be. This shouldn't even be still a topic.
Yeah,
We
that's
already
true.
have things tied up. Why are we untying things, rolling things back?
Like
And
Roe versus Wade, right, Goddess?
absolutely, when I say we, I don't mean we. I just mean really they. But we meaning if we're supposed to be this country, or really this whole one world thing they're trying to push on us, we don't seem to have a voice.
That's
Because
so true.
yeah, I don't
Like,
remember.
why are we fighting for? Why is abortion rights in 2022 a topic on the voting platform? Like here in Florida, for the election that's gearing up, all these contenders that are fighting, trying to get on the ticket, abortion is like, whether you believe it or not, the problem is it's 2022. Why are we having to walk, like you say, walk back something that was already taken care of years ago? It's sad for women to still have to have that to take it to task.
It's crazy. It is crazy. Like we are here doing things to, for the most part, make sure that at least our children can have it better. But here we are now with them having to fight the same fights. What's going on, Miss Della? JC said, make no mistake, if the party of Cheeto gets back, we'll lose all rights. Oh, we can't let that happen. How is he even eligible? I just don't get it. He's wrapped up in too much shit right now.
Like, shouldn't he be in jail already? Like, what the hell? Like, we raided his place in Mar-del-Lago. Why is he still even a thought is right?
Because
Splitting the
all he
Republican
does,
Party.
all he
Hey, Miss
does is
Della.
just keep going to court and try to prolong everything. That's all he done all his life. That's what he knows how to do. Now he had that one little judge to stick in his corner. That's why he went to the Supreme Court, because he thinking, okay, I put all these judges in here. I'm gonna need favors. I'm going to appoint you to be a judge. However, sometime in the future, I'm going to come to you with a favor. And that little crooked judge, she did, because she has no business poking her business in that search. This man took documents he wasn't even supposed to take, and they saying he still got more documents. If it was any of us, our asses would have been locked up by now. You're
Yeah,
getting the little people for IRS things. You see the commercials all the time. If you owe the IRS, this man is a so-called billionaire. And what was it? 2012, 13? Can't remember the year. He only paid $750 in taxes.
that's true.
He has
Him
the
and his
Georgia
children
probe.
have been indicted. Why is his name even? Is he even able to cast his name as even a potential candidate?
Yes, he is still the leader of, believe it or not, of the Republican Party. They're afraid of him. They're afraid of him. Behind their backs, they talk about him, but they're afraid. Just like, well, here's an example. He mad with CNN, so he just sued CNN. And what did he do? Put out an email and ask for money. The only thing I'll give him credit for, besides being a pathological liar, he's a hell of a grifter, and that's all he does. All that money he made for his personal expenses, he grifted that money from
That's right.
them hypnotized supporters.
That's right. You tell him, Miss Della. That's the truth. And the governor here in Florida, DeSantis, that's another one. We got, thank God, Charlie Crist won the Democratic Party, because there is no way in hell that man's going to remain governor here in Florida. He's got to go. I mean, expeditiously. They got to get him out of the office. And Goddess had already brought up on the live, I think it was last Saturday or whatever, about the migrants and that whole situation.
And they still doing them.
Yeah.
What's the mayor in New York? What's his name?
Eric Adams.
Oh yeah.
He put out an emergency.
Yeah,
because they busting
emergency.
all those migrants there now.
So yeah, I did a story. I actually did a video upload on the migrant story, and it is in the archives from like a couple weeks ago, I think. But yeah, I focused on Eric Adams also because he was one of the mayors he spoke out, but at the same time, I feel like he spoke out when the attention was hot on him. So I don't know, for months prior, before we were really even paying attention, this has been going on, and I feel like there's been some backdoor dealings, as with probably everything that these people do is for self. They got some self-interest, or things that are happening that we are not necessarily privy to, or it's hidden in some fine print that so but JC said, I just dropped a Midas Touch story that lawyers and aides report that Trump was going to use the documents he took to trade the DOJ for the top secret documents on the Russia investigation.
Yeah, I'm subscribed to Midas Touch too. I like them. They're good. They keep us on top of the game when it comes to lying and get strong.
So now he's negotiating things with the Department of Justice. Okay.
So that was leaked out, but again, when it comes to him, they got to prove it. This man spends all day long. He thrives off, the only way he's able to survive is off of chaos and destruction. And it's said that Fox News told him, well, even if you go to jail, you could be a president in jail. I mean, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's we already questioning, the political powers that be, and how the veil is over all of the things they do, and how they keep us in the blind, and keep Americans just telling us whatever they want, like that movie Wag the Dog. They kind of just tell us whatever. But the fact that would even be an option, the fact that somebody that is indicted could actually have the potential to run for president just shows how far we have fallen.
We're going to vote his ass out again. And it's funny, you still claiming election fraud. However, all them other people in 2020, they won their election. You're the only one. So again, like I said, he could have been said that he was going to run. If he does that, that means all that grift money that he got has to go for his presidential run. He ain't going to do that. That's why he prolonging it as much as he can. Now you got that big blow from Letitia James in New York about that lawsuit for him and his family. That's why he need money. He gonna have to sell some shit. So again, you got the Georgia. That's gonna be done soon. You still got let's look at it. Look at everything. Everybody else around him arrested except for him. You got the January 6th committee. You got the Oath Keepers. They on trial for sedition. You got a whole bunch of people arrested from the January the 6th. You got some people 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years in jail. So again, everybody getting punished. Vampire Rudy Giuliani, he's being sued. He ain't got no goddamn money. Some of his other people got subpoenas against him. And then again, you keep talking about the left. All those people that testified at that January 6th hearing are Republicans. The people that work close for him telling it all. But again, they should have came out a long time ago.
That's true. Miss Della, didn't the New York Post or somebody expose Orange Man and the kids for inflating their incomes, like on paper, like lying about?
That's the New York. Yes, that's
right.
The New York person. So for an example, Mar-a-Lago is only worth is estimated at 75 million. He blew it up to 700 and something million. Every place he got, he blew it up. So again, he can't walk over Letitia James. And then what does he do? You call yourself going to a rally, a lie rally, and go and you're supposed to be in there campaigning for your candidate. However, you may mention their goddamn name maybe a 1 and 2 times, but the whole time you in that motherfucker name calling. So I don't know what the fuck peekaboo mean, but Letitia James is a black New York attorney. Not attorney. I forgot what. I forgot what Letitia James is. Anyway, you're calling her peekaboo James, calling her racist every time somebody go against him. Just like the people the people that did the raid, you're putting their names out. Every time somebody does anything to him, he attacks them.
Yeah.
So therefore, you're afraid of him. So you just go by and do what he said. He destroying democracy. It was never like this before, where everybody hate each other or feel that, it was something cute on YouTube that came up. This lady got pulled over by a cop, and she pulled out her white privilege card, and they both laughing and taking the picture together. That's not fucking funny.
No,
That's not funny at all.
He has empowered and emblazoned the right and the white supremacy movement. He's empowered and emblazoned those folks. And he already, he doesn't have a Twitter, thank God. They took that away from him.
Hold on for a minute. That is true. He still got that little piece of shit social media company he got, Truth Social, that he can't even pronounce it. He fucked the name, but couldn't even pronounce the name. They're in deep financial problems. However, I did not hear this was a done deal, but Elon Musk was supposed to buy Twitter yesterday. Apparently, he's supposed to go back and renegotiate and then buy it. You know what he said. Even though him and Donald Trump have been arguing with each other when the deal fell through. If he gets Twitter, if he buys Twitter, he gonna let that motherfucker right back on there. And it's gonna be the same thing again. The election was stolen, name calling people. It's gonna be the same thing. And it ain't gonna be like last time where they time him out. They just gonna let him say whatever he wanna say.
That's horrible.
And so
and and also he's still in bed with the Russians. All that fiasco is directly tied to him.
Well, I'm not gonna say it's directly tied to him. So again, remember he tried to blackmail the Ukrainian guy. He wanted him to give him dirt on Joe Biden if he was holding up aid for him.
That's right.
He did. That's why his ass got impeached the first time for trying to pull that damn stunt. But that's what I'm saying. He is a type of person. I'm president, therefore everybody around me do what I tell you to do. You don't work for them. You work for me. He doesn't understand what it means to work for the people. The man was a dangerous lunatic when he got in there and realized, oh my God, I got this power. I'm the most powerful person in the world. You had William Barr to do all your dirty work, wipe out all your cases. Then this is funny. The two main people that he fired that works for the Department of Justice, all of a sudden, both of them got tax audited at the same time. So you still got little people in your corner that's doing your dirty work for you. Again, I told God it's this. Trumpism, to me, it means you bring out the best versions of yourself. They don't give a fuck about anything. They hypnotize. It is this Trump train. Trump. That's all they care about. MAGA. Make America great again. And then them dumbass black people that blacks for Trump. He don't care about your black ass.
That's right.
He care less about you.
They already spoke on how they made such a big deal that he pardoned, a few people, and then they spoke about how Biden has pardoned triple the amount already. It's ridiculous.
Because all he pardoned was his crooked friend Steve Bannon. Remember when Trump, when he campaigned, I'm going to build this goddamn wall, the first thing he did was call the president of Mexico. He told him no. Trump was trying to beg him. So they call themselves getting money. Steve Bannon stole $1 million something and got charged with it. And Trump pardoned him. But guess what? They picked his ass back up again. Michael Flynn, who
That's
got
right.
caught over there in Turkey doing something. Obama told him about Mike Flynn. He pardoned him, but all those people that down there fighting and trying to kill Mike, he was still in the house. He didn't leave until January 21st. He could have pardoned. He could have gave those people pardon, but he was too busy trying to pardon all the other corrupt people that did crimes and shit. Even the sitting congressmen right now was begging for pardons back then. The January 6th people uncovered that.
Well, hey, Dr. No is here, and Beautiful Spirit, welcome back. Well, I'm going to correct again something that you say often when you speak on Trump, and I think you called it Trumpism.
Yes.
You said these people are the best version.
No. I said Trumpism, it brings the best versions of themselves.
No.
Meaning, you right now, you probably live next door to somebody, you probably didn't like them under your breath, but now that Trump is in house, I'd go and call that person a nigga. That's Trump.
You mean the truth. You mean their truth.
Yes, the best versions of themselves.
Well, and I just say it's not the best because I feel like if they worked on themselves, they could be better and they would not be this. So I feel like saying they're the best version. I don't know. I will say that they're being their true selves. They're being truthful about how they feel. If that's what it is, I don't know that that's their best. Yeah, I agree. I say worst. Dr. No, you get it. I'm just saying, because you say that a lot. This is my branding now. I got a book coming out on this whole topic.
Well, there you go. But I mean, you say your version and I say my version. That's how I feel about it. Because again, it wasn't like this before. I understand the pain.
But it's not their best self. When you're your best self, you're a higher vibrate. You're a better version, like you said. But when you're a better version, well, I don't know. If they're demons and this is who they really...
I'm not going to say they're demons. You get like the QAnon people. Your mind, the QAnon people it's been shut down on his last rally. So now, like the Hitler, how they stick their hand up, QAnon was sticking like a finger up now, but the security guards start going through there trying to shut people down because again, now you're gonna you think Democrats drink baby blood. These people mean this. These people honestly believe this. And I hate to even say that on your line because I don't know if it's gonna be tagged or not because you gotta every time you mention that or you write that in there, they put a little YouTube put something and to try to let you know.
Don't say it then if you gotta say all that.
Okay, well that's how those people think. They brainwash you. Anytime you think it's J.F. Kennedy, they so stupid. He a Democrat, dumbasses. You're sitting there, hundreds and hundreds of them out there thinking any minute that J.F. Kennedy Jr. is J.F. Kennedy is gonna walk down the street and come to life. They believe this.
I think
for days waiting for J.F. Kennedy to walk down the street gonna save you.
Okay, well that's a whole different. I hear what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. They wasn't doing that at first, but now all of a sudden it's okay.
I think Dr. No said it right here. He gave them permission to be themselves. They feel comfortable.
Exactly.
That's the better. I like that. Yes, exactly. And I think, we know this. And I know what you mean by what you're saying. All I'm saying is that what you're saying is just,
that's my definition of Trumpism.
Okay. Well, yeah. Well, okay. That's another thing. That's for tomorrow. But yeah, so love and light to you too, Dr. No. Yeah, so JC, exactly. That's why they think he is giving them freedom while he takes the freedom away. Yeah, it's smoke and mirrors. It's bullshit. He's playing everybody. That's just
he's and it lie.
He tells them they could be president next. I've seen him say it. Yeah.
I doubt that. He ain't gonna let nobody become there. Why he taking your money?
No, she's saying that he tells them that.
I know.
Yeah.
But I know he don't
So,
mean it because he's a liar.
no, he don't mean it. He's using that to get into their heads. It's the same way these R. Kelly people. I mean, to this day, these people are still defending this man and saying that the tape was a lie, and the mother denounced that was the daughter in the tape, and all of this stupid stuff because people want to hear it, and people will support them for saying it.
Okay, so guess what? He could have took the stand and said it wasn't him, but he didn't. Where's all his friends at? And it's terrible. It is. He knew it. This is. I hate to even go back and repeat this. For all this, man, they had all them friends. I mean, even that little videotape you did to say they should have got me 30 years again because of all y'all motherfuckers up in here. Y'all made me from what I am today. How come that one of them testified?
Well, we know the answer. Most of them who had the information enough to do so probably gave it up to the feds. JC said it's called grooming. Well, that reminds me, I want to correct, because I had brought the story about the Heather Williams lawsuit a couple of days ago, but I didn't have all the information. But let me just clarify that, because I can't leave stuff like that on my channel. Just undid, you know what I'm saying? So let's see. Yeah, we can't let Trump that can't happen. That would really make us a joke as a country, because that's ridiculous.
Well, we need to make sure we need to vote blue in 2020, and it's November. What is it, 30 something, 31 days left? We got to. It's gonna be horrible. All them people that the bottom line is we need to vote blue for our democracy. The people that he endorsed are lunatics. First thing they saying is, if they win, first thing they're gonna do, let's just say for an example, in 2024 the presidential election comes up. They not gonna, so let's just say if it is Biden again, they not gonna certify Biden. So that's the kind of people he want in there, crooked people. So he can make sure if he run for 2024, he just slides on in there. Basically, it don't make a difference who goes out there and vote because he was humiliated and defeated.
Right. And we do have to make sure that we do take that power of the vote and make sure that we do use it, because here in Florida, DeSantis actually relined districts and made laws for people harder for them to vote with mail-ins and everything, just to try to make it difficult for Democrats to win.
And a couple of other governors was doing that too. So again, as soon as Biden got in there, all those governors was going behind the back doing that, being sneaky, doing everything they can, just like they busted the fake electors. I mean, the January 6th really, that committee really opened up our eyes, even though some people don't care. But it really opened up their eyes until it really shows really how much damage this man was willing to burn this shit all down to stay in power. The shit that was going on, they had war rooms and shit in hotel rooms. But go ahead, Goddess.
What'd you say, JC? Remember how many of Kelly's kids were told they could be famous like him before he told them they couldn't sing? Damn. He told his children they couldn't sing? They're going to take Medicare, SSI, and lower taxes of rich, raise it on the poor. They stopped DACA. Just wait for that inflation to hit the supermarket without people to bring in the crops. Oh, they stopped DACA altogether? Yeah, the farming industry has been in big trouble. It's just a mess right now. Things are such a mess because everyone has so much self-interest. No one is really doing their job. People are hired to do these service jobs, servicing their communities, and they don't. They take the money and run. They take the money and do what they want to do, living high off the hog. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. Like, there needs to be some kind of oversight or something. They need to shake up some shit. I say they. I mean, it's really us. Who else is gonna do it? These younger kids, though, I don't know. I kind of have a faith in these. I've seen some of these kids in action out here.
I agree. They're getting involved now. They understand what's at stake right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We cannot allow. And going back to what you were saying, Miss P, you know, when the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, that's a wake up call right there.
Mm-hmm.
Because if the Republicans take back the House or the Senate, that's the first thing they're gonna do: ban all elections. Ban all abortions.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And
Right.
if y'all out here protesting for our rights and everything, get your ass out there and vote. Because
That's right.
they don't care. 10-year-old girl, remember the first one came up, the 10-year-old girl got raped by this guy. Even they didn't believe her. Then they caught the guy. So they weren't gonna let her. She had to go out of state and get it. She had to go out of state and get her abortion.
Horrible.
So that's how I did it. But a bunch of old motherfuckers that can't even produce babies anymore, probably don't even have sex no more, trying to tell somebody what the fuck they can do with their life. And that's how it is. Lindsey Graham gay.
I know,
of course
right?
He gonna ban something.
Isn't that what Herschel Walker was trying to do? You were telling me about him earlier.
Oh my God, they got his kids. They have been tearing his ass apart, bringing up all his damn skeletons out of the closet.
He's so right now they real mad right now. His son calling him a spoiled brat and all kind of names. They don't give a shit about Herschel Walker. He ain't nothing there but a dummy. They just want somebody in there that won't give them no flack. So when we say vote for something, you just go ahead and vote. The man can barely even he can barely even read. He can barely even speak. He don't know nothing. It's a scripted speech.
Yeah,
so
I don't.
Again,
yep.
Then the lady did come back out again. The lady did come back again and actually said he asked her to get an abortion for the second time. And she said no. That's the baby that she got by him now, and they broke up. He got four kids out there, 4 different baby mamas, and take care of any of. The only way that's like she said, the only way they had to take care of them is by going by a court order. That's it. And I think she said he used to send an occasional gift all the time.
He's scum. So they're saying, oh, Florida, y'all are some winners, man. Senator Rick Scott of Florida will travel to Georgia on Tuesday to support GOP Senate Committee nominee, Herschel Walker, whose campaign has been reeling following reports of Walker asked a woman to terminate 2 pregnancies, like Ms. Della just told us. They said the move by Scott highlights how critical the race of Georgia is with a 50-50 split in the Senate. Scott is chairman of the National Republican Senatorial Committee, the Senate Republican campaign arm.
They scared. Trump
Scott is crooked too. Scott is crooked too. They wanted to tap him to be president till they realized he couldn't win, but they gave his ass a damn senatorship. But he's scum too.
Rick Scott just stole a bunch of money.
Yeah, with the hospitals. He did that in Florida with the HCA hospitals.
Yeah, but the money, I think they put him in charge of the money for the Republicans. He stole all the money gone. They don't even have that much money to put the ads and stuff out there again. See, they need that Georgia seat right now.
So Raphael Warnock.
Don't nobody want to hear shit with what Rick Scott got to say.
Who's Raphael Warnock then? What's his? They said he's the opponent.
Yes, he's the.
What's his story?
Yes, he's the one he's the one who's in 2020 they caused them to get that split. So he needs Georgia. That's the one when Trump was just he talked about the election was stolen and then said I wouldn't even vote no more. When he did that, he caused them to lose. This man don't lost the presidency, he lost the Senate, and he lost the House. And all these people are running around here and been impeached twice. And a one-term president. You a loser all around. Everything you touch, everybody. I'm gonna go back again and then I'm gonna let you finish. Back to that social media, that True Social. Because he was kicked off, that's the most important thing to him. These people did an interview with him and his family, and of course, losing the election. But that man said the thing that deep in it hurt him the most was being kicked off of Twitter. So he got that Truth Social. All those people are going bankrupt, billion. One man said he don't know what to do. He invested his whole 500,000 life savings. They ain't seen a penny. Everybody losing except for Trump. He's still golfing. So that's getting ready to go bankrupt too.
A mess. Well, Walker, he said he supports a full ban on abortions. He said this in May, with no exceptions. And he denied the early report about, he said it's a flat out lie about what that lady said. So it's going to be up to the people of Georgia to make it happen. I hope they see the pattern.
Well, I saw him in the prayer. I saw a bunch of white people around here in the church praying for him. They don't care. They're unbothered. They can give a shit if he had 100 kids by different baby mamas. They can care less. Unbothered. That's why Georgia got to get out there and vote. He's losing now.
So they're looking at the big picture of control.
Yes.
For their party. Yeah. Okay. And that's the problem with politics. They don't care. They don't really care about the issues or the people.
I mean, so you of course you got your two parties. You got your Democrat and you got your Republican, but it's changed a little bit now. All Republicans don't give a shit about anybody but themselves. All they care about is the power, money, the lie, whatever. They can give a shit less. It's like Kevin McCarthy. Kevin McCarthy can give a shit. They haven't voted on no policy. All they do is just say no to everything Biden do, but you go back and you try to campaign and try to say, oh, I did this, or I voted for this. Just like, for an example, back to you, Miss P in Florida. DeSantis voted down on hurricane aid. Now he asked for it now. You see what I'm saying?
I know.
You vote for this. Yeah, every Democrat for the Biden of that bill that he put out for infrastructure and all that, every Republican said no. But you go and you campaign and say, look what I'm doing for you. Look, when you ain't did shit for them, you said no. But see, these people don't know no better. You understand that? So I'm gonna go back to Kevin McCarthy. You want to be the Speaker of the House, take over Nancy Pelosi's. You want to be the next Speaker of the House. So you have done everything. They got you on a hot mic talking about Trump. This man got to go. This man needs to be impeached. In his state, he talking about crime. He ain't did one thing to curb a crime or care like they don't care. They think all the Democrats are just spending up the money, don't want to do anything don't want to do anything for their people. You're right. Take our Social Security. By the time we retire, we ain't gonna have nothing left because they want to keep it all for themselves. All the motherfuckers are too old. That goes for Biden too. Biden, you done a good job. You give the reign to somebody else. They all old. Look how old Mitch McConnell is. All of these people, Nancy Pelosi, you can go to. All of these people are old. They don't care. It's about fighting and war. See, it was quiet. It was in a dormant stage until Donald Trump came. This man is still this. If you had a penny for every time you said that, man, we all would be billionaires. Because you can't just say, okay, well, he lost, don't let me just think about him. You can't. Because he doing shit behind the scenes. That's why you have to keep up and stay and find out what's going on. Because if you don't, like I told you, like them other states, they've been playing and shit. Just like in Georgia. Now remember, They took up, they still taking out different mailboxes. I mean, taking a lot of mailboxes in the black area, but they making it difficult, like no voting on Sundays. You know that a lot of let me just go back. A lot of people normally they like to vote on Sunday because they get out of church, and then you have people that drive them in buses. They cut that out. They gonna make it long. Like I said, there's some district that you can walk right in the door and vote. But when you go to some black districts, the lines are wrapped around the corner. You're not even allowed to hand them a bottle of water. I mean, that's fucking cruel. Why can't you have somebody a bottle of water? This is how bad it's got. They don't care. I need to be in Congress. I need to be rich. I need to do what I got to do. And that's what it's all about. You get a certain amount of salary in Congress, but these people donate to you and give you all this money to help their company out. And that's what they do to keep it rich. But it's just worse now because Trump is corrupt. So guess what? Everybody else need to be corrupt too. He feels that he ain't gonna never go to jail. So guess what? I'm gonna do shit too that I ain't gonna be able to go to jail. A member in Congress was working with fake electors the day of January the 6th to give these fake electors signed papers to Pence. This is a member of Congress, sitting member of Congress is doing this. And Pence told them no. He said no. This man needs to be expelled. I mean, I ain't never heard of nothing like this. Remember what's his name? Al Franken back in the day? Remember sexual assault expelled from Congress. These motherfuckers do it. They spit in your face. It ain't gonna happen. I'm sorry. Go on.
Yeah, I just want to say that's so true because Matt Getz, who is from Florida, who has committed sexual assault, they basically now, because his daddy and all them are rich and got judges in his pocket, they're not going to prosecute him now.
No.
He's gotten away with it.
Yes, he has. And getting away with it makes him worse now. He was a nobody. The reason why he started getting his name up there because he would go out on the floor and I love Donald Trump and scream and stuff to get his name out there known. That's how he do it. He's a despicable human being. He ain't did shit for the people in Florida. None of them.
Never has. Never has.
But they
He's
still
entitled.
voted. He wanted, but they voted for him.
Right. Because of how they've drawn the districts and stuff. It's horrible with, like you said, about the bottled water and everything they've done. They put these laws in place for voting, but we still have to find a way like we did before. And I do believe that we have to give these young people credit because my kids were out there protesting and everything. Like these young people, they're not going for it. So that's how we will defeat Trump is through the youth, and through everybody else just mobilizing and still doing and casting their vote. Getting people out there, rise to vote, going through the mail-in, anything, anyway. I believe that we will make it happen. When they have to resort to trying to, lie and cheat with the vote counts and try to not certify votes because that's the only way they can win, and that's been exposed, how and still being exposed now. That doesn't just go by the wayside. That will be brought up. It'll be in the forefront, and these elections will be something to really watch because of what, like you said, Trump has set the precedent for this. The lie, cheat, like you could just tell a lie. It doesn't matter what you say. You can lie your ass off knowingly that it's not true, and these people still blindly line up like lambs or sheep to the slaughter behind the bullshit.
They're hypnotized. They hypnotize supporters like, oh my God, this man is a god. Oh my God, thank you, Miss. This the best president ever. It's laughable. And that's why I call them hypnotized because it's laughable. And then you got Fox News. If you ever listen to Fox News, I remember Obama saying the same thing. I think he was on one of them Netflix shows with David Letterman, and I remember him saying, you listen to Fox News, it's like you on another planet. It's terrible that it's like this. But when you listen to them, all they is nothing but bashing Joe Biden. They never aired down. The first January 6 hearing, they didn't air because they didn't want they voted because they scared they don't want to lose that voter, but they don't want to lose their viewers. So they didn't air it. And when they anything that, like, for an example, anything that bad happened to Trump, they wouldn't air. They'd try to talk about it and not play it. But that's what they do. People, that's what they do. The Fox News would never say anything negative about Trump. And that's where you got a lot of people because they don't want to lose their viewers. So they not gonna know everything. They not gonna know about, Trump being sued. I guarantee you they ain't gonna know Trump being sued by the attorney general and his family because they ain't gonna air it. They not gonna air nothing like that. But what they do is they'll air something about Joe Biden in a minute. Look at the gas prices. Look at the food. Look at that. That's what they'll do. Blame him. So that's all the Republicans believe. Cause they don't know no better. So yes, I'm very familiar with Big mouth ass Matt Gaetz look like the Joker.
I can't stand him. He is such a little liar. He blows up propaganda. And I just knew his ass was gonna be indicted after his little friend got indicted for the
I
sexual assault.
know.
And
But
he
you
got
know
away
when
with
it went
it.
there, because it took so long. Just like right now. Trump has been out of there since 2020. I mean, since January 2020. It's taken this long. Then this is what I'm saying. Letitia James, she had already had stuff pending on him. But she could not touch him while he was a sitting president. That's the only reason that I actually think that he may go back for a run again, because he wants to hide behind the presidency so he won't get, charges brought up to him. But again, in the background, he also scared because he don't want to go through another defeat. Again, you're supposed to be the most powerful man in the world. Everybody else won their election. You the only one that lost. And if the election was stolen, you talking about spaceships and stuff going to China. People trying to take the machines apart. That's why Fox is being sued. Giuliani is being sued. That other lawyer talking about she get ready to bring out the crack. And when they had her interview her, she said, well, I can't believe nobody would even listen to it, believe anything I said. You just spilling nonsense. But those people believe that. But she being sued. They being sued for billions of dollars. And they gonna lose too.
You said everybody, well, when you said everybody else won, I thought about Bush. Remember that?
Well, I'm talking about in 2020.
Yeah.
The races in 20,
This is not new.
races, but that's what I'm saying. Everybody else, I'm saying anybody else, if you won or you lost, that was fine. But again, you lost.
They moved on.
You didn't lose. I mean, you lost.
Yeah.
The laughable, my highlight is listening to one of those rallies where you said, can you imagine if I lose to this guy sitting up here campaigning from his basement and you lost to him? Somebody else said, I can't believe he won. He only, remember when Joe was campaigning and they had people like in the parking lot in their cars and stuff because it was a pandemic. This one dummy said, there's no way in the world that Biden won. He was in the basement or he campaigned from a parking lot. Trump had millions, but it don't make a difference how many people he had. We was in a damn pandemic. Trump, you voted by mail. But when you vote by mail is okay, but when everybody else vote by mail, they cheated. But again, you had over 60 frivolous lawsuits. They dismissed it. You took it to the Supreme Court, everybody. They dismissed it because there was no evidence of fraud there. So again, the election was not stolen from you. No dumps, nobody throwing something in the trash. This anything. You made up everything. You lost. And he was not going to leave. He was going to stay there.
You know what, though? This is an opportunity for the laws around the presidency and the all the little shit around how it works. They need to relook at stuff. Use this as a learning example of what to change. Like, because he's been getting away with way too much stuff. That January 6th thing, this thing is drawn out. man, these people have gotten away with things that we would never see if it was, us, I'll say.
Well, they got one more hearing next week. And again, they got one more hearing just before the midterms. Again, just to show people, what everything that took place on January the 6th. Like I said, you got the Oath Keepers right now that was working with some of the people that was working with Trump, the Save America PAC. Like I said, they had people stashed in the hotel. Again, you tried to have your vice president, your vice president killed, and then when they tried to tell you to stop, you said no, I'm not. So you didn't care if they killed him because he refused to not do what you tell him to do. So you didn't give a fuck if he died. And remember, Trump was upset. I believe he did lunge at the Secret Service and take the stern wheel. That's gonna come out next week too, because one of the ladies that worked very closely with Mark Meadows said that he wanted to march down to the Capitol with the people, and the Secret Service told him no, and he lunged at the stern wheel and tried to take the stern wheel. Of course he did that. He did it. Of course he did that. Nobody just not gonna make that story up because that's the type of personality that he has. You think you was gonna march down there? It's over. That's why they took his Twitter account, because Pence refused, and he tweeted Mike Pence did not have the courage to do what he sold to talk. Mike Pence did not have the courage to do what Trump asked him to do, and not certify some of those states. You had a insurrectionist reading that tweet out loud. They showed it out loud. Pence, goddamn it, motherfucking Pence didn't do what he's supposed to. Fuck him. And that's when they start building that nuisance shit for him. That's why they start building that outside, reading his tweet. They was listening to everything he told him to do, like he God. When you have that kind of power, that's why he thought he was just. That's why the Republican Party are scared, because they think if he say something to you, okay, I'm gonna say his last thing, and then I'm gonna let somebody else talk. The day on that floor when all them was running for their damn life, hiding on the floor on January the 6th, Lindsey Graham got out there on that floor. I'm done. I tried. Me and Trump had some good times, but it's over with. Now after the day, I'm done. The next day, Lindsey Graham was at the airport. Got it on video. 3-4 people follow him, calling him motherfuckers and all this and that. And that motherfucker was the next day, that motherfucker was with Trump on the plane. He don't backtrack. They scared. They empowered those people to think that they can do whatever the fuck they want to do, and nobody's gonna touch them. I mean, he was terrified, even though he had bodyguards around him. He was scared to death. They heckled him for like 12 minutes straight at I believe it was Reagan National Airport. Terrible. Calling him all kind of names. And that's what Trump does. And so if he doesn't like you, he puts your name out there, and then somebody, one of his hypnotized supporters come at you. So that's why they all scared, because they thinking that somebody gonna go after them. Remember, I don't know if you didn't listen to the January the 6th, but listening to they dedicated one time talking about the death threats that all these people were getting. They played it. I'ma kill your newborn baby. I'ma kill. Terrible. Congress people are putting your name and address on Twitter. That's how bad it
sound like YouTube. It sound like YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure enough, did. Put their names and address up and their phone numbers, and listening to them. Look, motherfucker, you the piece of shit. You know what? Your days are numbered. I couldn't believe it.
I believe it.
And
well, we got there's a lot to be done, but we can talk about it all day long, all night long.
No, I'm done. I'm done.
Long.
You go back and go ahead and read your article.
No.
So
Well,
that's
thank
what's
you.
going on right now. Vote blue to save your democracy,
Yeah,
and
you gotta
that's the bottom
definitely.
line. All right, go
Yeah.
for it.
Pay attention to what you voting on. Don't just be going in there punching. Make sure you know what you're doing, and don't not do it because you don't know. You real quick. Just look up everything Democratic, like she said, blue. Um, Trump. Yeah, he's a sick man. I can't believe he was ever president. That still boggles the mind, but that's another topic. Um, Again, I'm just refreshing the information about R. Kelly's judgment that I had brought up a couple of days ago because I brought up the initial suit. But what happened was this September 30th, it came out. A state appeals panel has upheld a $4 million default judgment a Cook County court entered against singer R. Kelly in connection with allegations of sexual abuse. The Illinois First District Appellate Court issued a decision in the matter. Judge Mary Ellen Coughlin wrote the opinion. Justices Michael Hyman and Carl Walker concurred. The order was issued under Supreme Court Rule 23, which may restrict its use as precedent. In April 2019, Cook County Circuit Judge James Flannery awarded $4 million to a woman identified as Heather Williams, the result of her lawsuit violating the Childhood Sexual Abuse Act. According to a report published by Courthouse News, Williams initially sued in February 2019, making allegations about R. Kelly going back to 1998 when she was 16. According to the appeals panel, Kelly filed a petition to have Judge Flannery vacate the default ruling, initially winning an extra 28 days to answer the initial complaint or enter a plea. He also won a stay, pushing the deadline to June. However, Kelly failed to convince the judge Williams' complaint was outside statutory limitations. Kelly continued to press that defense in circuit court while also invoking Fifth Amendment privilege against self-incriminating testimony. In January 2020, Zaid Abdallah, Shady Yassin, and Raed Shalabi of Abdallah Law withdrew their representation of Kelly. I read this and I remember this. When Kelly didn't retain new attorneys or have anyone appear on his behalf by February 25th, Judge Flannery entered a default order against Kelly and granted Williams' motion for summary judgment on liability. Flannery awarded $2 million in compensatory damages and another $2 million in punitive damages at a March 10, 2020 hearing. 6 months later, a new attorney, Brian Nix, filed a motion to vacate the default judgment. On February 2021, Jordan and Zito LLC filed another petition to vacate, restating Kelly's statutory limitation defense and saying Abdallah Law didn't send along information after learning Nix agreed to appear on Kelly's behalf. The firm further argued that Kelly couldn't address the default judgment because of COVID mitigations regarding outside contact while Kelly was detained at the Metropolitan Correctional Correction Center as part of federal criminal proceedings. Those proceedings are distinct from a federal criminal trial in New York that resulted in a 30-year sentence for Kelly on convictions for racketeering and sex trafficking. Flannery ultimately denied Kelly's motion to vacate on June 16, 2021, prompting an appeal in which Kelly argued his meritorious defense and discredited. And any default judgment is a direct result of miscommunication among attorneys. I wonder, did R. Kelly actually know all of this was happening? I feel like has so much stuff going on. Like,
Yes, he knew.
when did he have time to have these different meetings with these lawyers and stuff? Well, I guess he has plenty of time, right? Because he's been sitting in jail. In the appellate opinion, Coughlin explained Kelly's attempt to invoke statutory limitation as an affirmative defense was revived, adding Kelly has also failed to establish due diligence in filing his petition. He never does what he's supposed to do or follows through. It's like he just neglects things and lets them fall to shit until somebody else has to come along and clean up his mess.
And then they'll say, my client didn't know no better because he couldn't read or write.
Oh yeah, that's always the fallback also. He couldn't read or write. He was abused as a child. he didn't
So
know.
I got a question. Wasn't
Fuck you, R. Kelly, bitch!
Yes.
So why didn't she get a? Why didn't they announce any type of restitution for her, or are they not done?
This was a civil. This is a civil suit that she filed, and she's in the Chicago State case as a victim. Actually, it says
Huh?
this is not. She's a victim in the state case. This is a separate lawsuit. This is a civil suit she filed in 2019.
Okay.
Let me finish this. In any event, Coughlin wrote, the negligence of his attorneys does not excuse Kelly's own failure to exercise due diligence in defending his action. You can't blame your attorneys. You can't blame anybody for your shit, like, at the end of the day, because you are over your own stuff. They are working for you. Remember, you're the head of an octopus. You should know this. The panel further explained there was no dispute concerning central facts that would need to be sufficient to vacate Flannery's judgment and ultimately affirmed the denial of Kelly's petition. So it was upheld. $4 million, man. It's crazy how some people got this much. We had Azriel, she got that 300,000. I don't know how much the Chicago federal victims are going to get, but I know they're holding a 1.5 million. This is not the article that talks about Keith also. Keith, his guy Keith Colbert.
And don't forget Sony.
You know what?
Sony is holding $5 million. If you pull that up.
Yeah.
Sony and $5 million.
No, I know about the $5 million. We talked about the $5 million before. I don't want to pull it up, but I just want to say that
There's Kelly in his prime years.
Money here, money there, money everywhere. Oh, there was a separate lawsuit because apparently she's saying that he trying to hide the money by selling his music rights. That was another lawsuit, actually. I don't think that was this one. I think she won. And she was asking for Grammys and, being that he supposedly didn't have the cash, she wants some of his stuff that could be worth some money. Yeah, I don't know why. I was having a hard time finding that. But yeah, she won the judgment and apparently she has to find the money because of course he's going to say he don't have it. Got the feds all over him, confiscating this, confiscating that. Everywhere he turns, they got his hands in Keith's pockets.
Good for her. And this is somebody we never even heard about.
Well, we did talk about this one in 2019. So this is a story that had come up before, but because of the
I'm
federal,
talking about a young lady that didn't come to court.
Who?
We've heard of Heather Williams before.
Yeah, no, you're talking about Heather Williams?
Yes.
What do you mean the young lady who didn't come to court?
Well, I mean, she wasn't in any of the cases, right? Any of the Jane.
She's in the state indictment. She's in
the state.
The
right.
State. Okay.
I do want to say, for some reason, I thought she was mentioned in the Surviving R. Kelly docuseries in the second one, but I may be wrong about that. But she has been mentioned as one of the earlier victims, and she, like guys said, she is in the state trial, but she is one of the earlier victims.
And we've talked about this suit because I remember all the different events. I remember the default. I remember the attorneys quitting. I reported on all this stuff. So this is not.
Miss P? Do you always hear God say, "We talked about that"? Look, I don't remember all that.
Then don't argue then don't argue it. Don't argue it.
I just said
if you don't know, then don't. You don't know. The reason I say it is because you're speaking on it as if
so
you had a little umph behind it.
You bring it back up again.
What?
When I don't remember something, you refresh my memory and bring it back up again. I don't
Yeah.
want to hear it. We talked about that. Apparently, I'm asking about it. That means I don't remember.
No, it's not. That's not what you're
I
doing.
am not
You're
75 years
you
old
just
for nothing, goddess.
well, shit. You are definitely bringing shit up as if it's not never been brought up. That's why. If you say, "Oh, well, yeah," because I said already that we talked about it. So then to come back and be like, "Well, we never. This is somebody we never heard about." Well, I just said we.
Oh, let me just say that. Let me rephrase that. This is somebody that I never heard about.
There you go. And that wouldn't be a problem because we know we know. We know
That's
what's up.
lovely. You
It
hear that, Miss
is.
P? A
It's a
small
beautiful
attack
thing.
on the side.
Oh shit.
I'm staying out of that.
Well, there's no need. But anyway, so yeah, this girl got her money and she got to get her money. She got awarded the money, but now she got to get her hands on the money. So that's a big good luck to her
Good for her.
on that. Yeah,
Can you imagine how he's feeling?
according to the rumors, Keith is spending all the money. So I don't know if she's suing the right. I think he was in one of the lawsuits. That's what I was trying to find. That she's saying that they're trying to hide the money.
Yeah,
Government's like,
yeah. She did mention him, goddess. You're right. She
yeah.
did mention that they're trying to hide the money. Yeah.
Government's like, who? What? Say what? What you say? They listening to every little thing and tracking everything they can. So if she has any smarts about her, she would team up with them. I'd be like, look, just help me get this money, huh? She's been fighting for this since 2019, but dealing with it since 1998. So she's come a long way.
Well, guess what? I don't remember this, but help me out. Do you think there's going to be a state trial?
We're waiting to see. They had a hearing. They're going to have another hearing next month. The prosecutor said
He should just might as well just take a plea deal.
The prosecutor said they need to look at the transcripts of the two trials so you can see what motions they need to file. And that's what that is. So we're just waiting to see what's going to happen. Alrighty then. Well, I'm done with him. All right, let's see.
Goddess, you covered that the hearing where that was only 4 minutes where Greenberg they were trying to get it to dismiss, and the prosecution is basically for the state. Well, the judge was just saying, let's hurry up and make a decision. What are y'all going to do? That was it. You covered that.
Yeah, the judge actually wanted them to, he's encouraging them to quote unquote work it out. I think he's like, basically get this dude to sign a plea and let's just squash this thing. Let's get this done. So they were saying they have to review everything because, of course, all of the evidence from both of those trials is going to shift right back over to the state. So, and then they're going to have to sift through that and see how it works with whatever else they have with regard to the victims. And it's just too much. Like, we've already seen too much of this guy in trials. It's enough already. I mean, and I do agree that all the victims deserve, their day in court. But I think with a plea and like a public acknowledgement and a restitution payment, like we should be able to make that happen. Just, throw some extra time on him. You know what I'm saying? He's done as it is. He's done. That's what I think.
He was already done with the New York trial. You're 55 years old now.
Mm-hmm.
You already gonna be 80 something when you get out of jail. And then you not even sentenced for. You not even sentenced for this one yet. It's done. That's a lot of years. All this shit came right back to bite. He probably never thought this shit would come up, and all of this is Lisa Van Allen. All of that for that tape. Well, let's just say this one is. If she never stole that tape, it wouldn't have been a tape out there.
We probably got to thank Keith Morrell. I think without his confidence behind her, I don't know if she would have did it. I really do think he pressed her to do that. I want to move on to what are we talking about here? Okay, so we were talking about Trump and his MAGA, but we got Kanye. We talked about this in the member channel last night. Kanye West has come out with his White Lives Matter t-shirts, and Diddy has something to say to him about it. I'm not going to replay all that stuff. If you want to see that, it's in the member channel. We went and talked about it. We played Kanye's few minutes of it. His interview with Tucker. What's his name? Carlson. Tucker Carlson.
Worst
Yeah.
person ever.
Yeah.
On Fox. Yeah, so
Yes.
Kanye did an interview with him, and basically sounded to me like he's like White Lives Matter because Trump's so disrespected. It's like election season shenanigans, it's weird.
And then he wore that shirt again to his daughter's was it her basketball game, sitting behind Kim. He wore another White Lives Matter shirt. They were tearing his ass up on social media again. He wore it yesterday evening to his daughter's basketball game. And they were tearing his ass up again.
I saw
He
that.
lost his mind. He looked like a caveman. He turned into a damn lunatic. Look at his beard, just look unkept. Ugh. He lost his mind.
Yeah, so he let's see because I can't even keep up. So yesterday it was him declaring war as well as Boozy because of how they basically came back at him like, come on man, we're not doing this. Like really, with all the influence he has, like if he was legit crazy old man, nobody would about him, but he has a lot of people that follow him. Let me see. So him and Diddy went back and forth. I don't know. I believe Ye and Mace got together because Mace and Diddy also had a back and forth. I don't remember if I talked about Mace last night.
Yeah, I don't think you talked about Mace. I think mainly it was Diddy and Ye. But but you're right. They did Mace and Ye did join forces at the end. Mace was calling Ye his son. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So so Instagram deleted an anti-Semitic post on Kanye West's account and restricted his use of the app for violating its policies. I know he went over to Twitter. He was complaining that his boy Mark Zuckerberg, he posted a picture of them together, kicked him off Instagram. But the committee called out an Instagram post from Ye in which he insinuated that the rapper Diddy, whose real name is Sean Combs, was being controlled by. That's why does this committee have to get involved? Well, I guess like a following. Ye's post consisted of screenshots of his conversation with Diddy over the controversial White Lives Matter t-shirts he debuted at his Yeezy show. So I saw people burning Yeezys and coming back at him for
Boosie's son did. God, you right.
Diddy spoke out and criticized his t-shirts and told people not to buy them or wear them. Yeah, so that happened, right? And did I play what Diddy said on Instagram? I can't remember. I don't remember if I played it already. So Diddy had what he had to say, right? And
what did he say?
Okay, let me play it because it's right here actually. He was like, this is ridiculous. Kanye West. Probably gonna have to mute so it doesn't echo, y'all.
What's up? Check this out, y'all. I am not about to be addressing every last thing that's going on in the world on the internet. But the thing I do have to address is this White Lives Matter t-shirt. I've always been there, and I will always support my brother Kanye as a free thinker. But the White Lives Matter T-shirt, I don't rock with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not with it, and with the press and with fashion is doing, thinking it's a joke. But right now, all America has planned for us is poverty, incarceration, and death. So before I could get to any other lives matter, which all lives matter, you know what I'm saying? That Black Lives Matter, don't play with it. If you can, don't wear the shirt, don't buy the shirt, don't play with the shirt. It's not a joke.
Well said.
Yeah, it's not a joke. And I don't know that I don't know what he's doing. I don't know that he thinks it's a joke, but I do feel like he's not considering the whole. He's looking at whatever's going on with himself. And we don't even know. You know, I've always said after his mom passed, we don't have the same guy here. So I don't know what the heck is going on with him. I just feel like it's ridiculous that someone like him has such a great voice where people actually have to speak out because they need people to know what he's doing is not right, you know. Um,
And then they were tearing his ass up on Twitter, and he's talking about his kids are half white or some bullshit. There's no excuse for whatever his reasons are. It's no damn excuse. The white people have not been stigmatized, brought into slavery, had their voting, their rights, everything. I mean, it's just not the same. We're not talking the same. So just need to cut the bullshit out. He's crazy as hell. That's it.
there it is. Of course, Elon Musk had to get his in. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, so Diddy, so you know, he had his hands full with Kanye, but then at the same time, Mace was getting his ass together. And I'm gonna move over to that story because Mace said some things that needed to be said to Diddy, as well as Kanye, because Nick he said, "Nigga, fuck you, you the feds, get out my face." And I don't think Diddy liked that, and I think he came at Mace because he didn't want to come at Ye that way. He gave it all to Mace, I think. So let me pull that up. This is ridiculous. With all these crazy things happening in the world, we women are fighting to not go backwards in time with our rights and all this stuff. Okay, let's see. So I guess Diddy started it. So what I'm gonna do is I'll just play the audio. So Diddy went on to the Breakfast Club and spoke on Mace owing him money. Because Mace has spoken out before. It's not the first time.
Yeah, when he tried to buy his masters.
Okay. So I'm just gonna play some audio. Where is it? Mm-mm-mm-mm. I think I'm at the right timestamp.
That's an executive order.
I might have to mute so we don't get an echo.
I don't hear the video. Is it just me?
No, I don't hear anything.
Y'all not hearing it?
No.
Okay, maybe because I had to mute it, but okay, let me run it back. This is Diddy talking on the Breakfast Club. 42.
Said allegedly that Mace didn't pay him, and there was problems.
Yeah.
Do you look at that and be like, that's just an executive, or is it one of those things like I told you?
Can you hear it? Can you hear it now?
Yeah, I heard it.
Okay.
No, I don't look at it like that. First of all,
Because what he had a problem
first
with
of
you
all,
did,
first of all, see, I didn't do nothing to him. So let's go back to the first. The first of all is there has been negative propaganda put out about me that's not true, and has really tried to stain my legacy. I've always been a person, I don't like to get in just talking people's business and things like that. But not right now. I have made it my purpose that when I come back, I can't have y'all following me, because I am here to be a leader and to give some direction. If you think that I'm a scumbag that would ever steal anything, my name is Diddy, Sean Combs. I never took nothing from nobody a day in my life. All I've ever given is opportunity and more money than a person was making. So
the look on his face. I wish I could just play this video, but
when I hear or I see things, and I'm like, wow, this vibe that they got on me, like I'm Big Red or something. I came here, I opened up the doors.
So you saying you don't steal from artists, is what you saying?
Never.
So how does a narrative like that happen with so many different people?
Because people have this thing called the tap out button. When you get to a certain point and the money is running low, you gotta run this hustle to try to find somebody to blame. You know what I'm saying? I have all my receipts. And so we are gonna do a special, a retrospective with all the artists, and we're gonna get this narrative clear, because it comes from different tactics when people want to get out of contracts. And a lot of people that speak on this, y'all don't know the business, y'all don't know what y'all are talking about. So it's going to be a teaching moment of love, because it is important. I feel, fight for your reputation. I'm going to fight for my reputation. I'm going to fight for the honorable man I am, the righteous king that I am. I'm not perfect, you know what I'm saying? There could have been an accountant mess up on this one or that one, things that happen in the business. But me actually, I'm running a hustle to get money. I started delivering papers at 12 years old. I was a millionaire when I was 19. You know what I'm saying? And so I will be making sure that the truth comes out, because that's not going down in my legacy. And to me, that's the worst thing in the world, is a thief. The thief is the worst thing. His hand should be chopped. Her hand should be chopped off. Her hand should be. That's the way I feel about somebody taking something from somebody that ain't theirs. You know what I'm saying? When you could go out and you could go and work for something.
So you shouldn't have no hands.
Wow. Big statements from this man. I gotta show the video of his face just to show this person. He has never, to my knowledge, spoke up like this. Like, I've never heard him respond. He usually doesn't respond. And when he said they're staining my legacy, or they tried to, he came back, but he was right. His legacy is stained. And that goes back to Biggie and up to Kim Porter and beyond, because this man has had his hands in a lot of shit. And now he want to act like he want us to forget, I guess. He want to act like he's so clean. And now he wants to show us. I wonder, what is he going to show us?
Wants to create a new narrative, putting out his own interpretation that these people didn't know the music business and they were in these 360 deals. He signed some artists for as low as $25,000. Like, come on, are you serious? So he's just trying to put out his own narrative, I guess, to protect his so-called legacy, notwithstanding all of the, and it doesn't matter to me whether he's gay or not, but he has a whole lot, like, almost like a surviving Diddy series coming out on him. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, he's definitely got a reputation, rumors, everything out there, been out there for decades at this point also. And I don't know what the difference is him and R. Kelly, I guess, as far as maybe it's the minors, if there were minors, but I have heard rumors of minors with him. So he seems to be protected on some level right now, at least. And but I don't know. I don't know if in his lifetime he's going to be able to skirt all of this. But Mace did come back and come back at him. Okay, Mace came back. I think I can just go to his actual Instagram. Yeah, let me do that. I can't believe he's actually addressing this thing, saying his reputation is staying up.
Yeah, he had his girlfriend Carisha and him were touring the town in New York while he's on this little press tour. So I believe he does have something up his sleeve that he's, trying to put out, like another little short film like he did when he tried to his 20th anniversary of Bad Boy. He put out the video and showed all the groups coming together. And some of those groups still don't speak on now as much as what he's done or robbed them, but they damn sure ain't been quiet in the past about how he has robbed them. And notwithstanding the last few people from that group making the band have come out and how he just basically robbed those kids blind, giving them like $25,000 and tying them up years and years on contracts that did nothing. They couldn't do nothing. It's just sad what he's done.
Absolutely. I think I got kicked out for a second. Okay. Let me go to his Instagram. Yeah, he was with Kanye. Okay, so let me go backwards though. So when I guess Mace heard that, he responded. Let me make sure. Okay. I don't know how to get rid of this side thing, but let me see if I can do this. Where's the volume at?
Yo, I did this nigga told me he want receipts. Let's start with your mother, nigga. Your mother got the receipts, nigga. Everything is in your mother's name. That's the one who got the receipts, nigga. You need more proof, nigga? Biggie ain't here, so Big can't give you no receipts. He dead. Craig Mack can't give you receipts. He dead. What are you talking about? Who else? Black Rob can't give you receipts. He dead. And everybody else you made sign paperwork so they can't talk about what I'm talking about. I'm the only one with the guts. You're not signing it, nigga, because I ain't need the money. All money ain't good money. Remember that. Remember that. Remember that, nigga. You know who to play with, nigga.
He meant that all money ain't good money.
And that came from the heart, didn't it? That came from the heart, what he was saying.
I'm finna play that again. I gotta play that again. Run that back.
Let's go. Yo, I did this nigga told me he want receipts. Let's start with your mother, nigga. Your mother got the receipts, nigga. Everything is in your mother's name. That's the one who got the receipts, nigga. You need more proof, nigga? Biggie ain't here, so Big can't give you no receipts. He dead. Craig Mack can't give you receipts. He dead. What are you talking about? Who else? Black Rob can't give you receipts. He dead. And everybody else you made sign paperwork so they can't talk about what I'm talking about. I'm the only one with the guts to not sign it, nigga. Because I ain't need the money. All money ain't good money. Remember that. Remember that. Remember that, nigga. You know who to play with, nigga.
Murder Mace. I remember that. Murder Mace.
Yeah, Shine went to jail behind his ass. He's done a lot of damn dirt.
I felt that.
Yeah, me too.
So then Diddy came back. Let me see if it's on his Instagram. I don't think it is. Diddy came back at him and called him all kind of stuff. Hold on, let me find that. Let me find that. Let's see if they have the video. Oh, he said that on the Breakfast Club too. Let's see if they give the timestamp.
Miss Della, you wake over there? It's 2 a.m.
No.
I know, right? God is killing us on this West Coast.
I'm
Please don't start with that shit.
Killing
us. No respect at
that
all.
damn East Coast time killing us.
I ain't killing y'all because both of y'all will have me on the phone at this very time of night. So don't even play that shit.
You know, she's showing up on the defensive a lot tonight, ain't she?
I'm just standing up for myself. Like Diddy said, you got to stand up for yourself.
You ain't nothing to stand up for. We here.
Don't put no jacket on me.
I mean, what is it to stand up for? We are here.
Ain't nobody killing nobody.
Yeah, you are. I swear to God, she got that quick ass tongue, don't she?
Go ahead. Chime in. I'm interested in this.
Child, I ain't got
I'm
nothing
too
to say.
tired to chime in right now. Can I ask a question?
What?
Who in the hell is Mace?
He's a rapper, child. He was on Bad Boy Records back in the 90s.
Sorry.
Yeah. And he's an artist that was I'm trying to find where he said, let me see if I have the timestamp.
He was talking about he a fake preacher or something.
You always trying to put, can I get the moment? Damn, I didn't even say it. I knew what the hell he said. I didn't even say it because I wanted to give him the moment. I wanted to hear it out of his mouth. Well, since you said it, yeah, I called him a fake ass pastor and all kind of stuff. But I'm trying to find where he said
Is he a pastor?
I don't know if he's still. He might be. He was for sure. For sure. He said he was basically scamming people. Hold on. Let me stop sharing. Yeah, they said it here.
It might be on the shade room, God.
You know what? And it might still be where I was. I don't think I finished playing that audio because it was still some stuff.
Oh, okay.
I think he said it on that. Let me play some more of that.
So
while I look.
That right there, I just in general, the Mace thing, I did one album with Mace.
Yeah.
One album. How much money do you think I owe this guy? One album, and then he became a fake pastor and went and conned people, and then y'all gonna let him throw dirt on the God's name? I wrote each and every one, and each and everybody, and anybody could come and step up. Bring your receipts. But I'm not playing. I'm back outside and I'm fighting back for us. And I'm also do a little fighting back for me. You know what I'm saying? So
how much money I'm just throwing this out, how much money does somebody like a Mace owe you? Because the reason I say
Mace
that,
owes me $3 million. That's facts. I got the receipt.
Second album, you gave money to do a second album, never delivered.
Did the album, never delivered. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna go back and forth with Mace. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going back and forth with nobody. I'm just gonna, if I'm here, I'm gonna speak up for myself. I'm gonna speak up for myself now.
Okay, he's starting to speak up for himself for some reason. Angela Yee is sitting there like, Lord, get me out of this show. When is my contract up? She is not saying one word. She is smart. I wouldn't get involved if I was her either. But he called Mace a fake ass pastor, child. And Mace has something to say about that. So let me get back to his Instagram. Let me get back to Mace. Diddy feels fun. He ain't saying that to Kanye, though. Did he say this to Kanye?
I don't think he said that to Kanye.
I don't think he did either. I think he's misdirected some of that Kanye energy. All right, so then I guess this is Mace coming back.
That no weapon formed against me shall prosper. So if you see me being aggressive, it's because I know no weapon formed against me should prosper. But isn't it sad that that's the only part of that scripture people understand? The very next statement in that scripture, and it is loaded with content, it's loaded with revelation, but the very next part of that scripture says, and if any man, or any tongue rise up against you, you shall refute it. And that's what I did. He said something and I refuted it. I pulled it down because I knew it wasn't the truth. And I dealt with him as aggressively as he has chosen to deal with me. Another thing I want to tell you, the third but not last thing. Think about this. I went through every step on how to deal with him. Every step on how to deal with Puff biblically. I dealt with him biblically. That's why I felt aggressive about it. I felt like I did not have to change my strong approach because, number one, I went to him as a brother when things were not right. Secondly, I went to him with a witness. That was Rodney Jerkins. Like the Bible says, if you don't get it right with him, go back to him with a witness. I did that. The third thing it tells us to do is go to the church. Bring it before the elders. I reached out to his bishop. His bishop declined to mediate the situation. So I just went to step number 4, that no weapon formed against me shall prosper. So if you see me being aggressive, it's because I know no weapon formed against me should prosper. But isn't it sad that that's the only part of that scripture people understand? The very next statement in that scripture, and it is loaded with content. It's loaded with revelation. But the very next part of that scripture says, and if any man, or any tongue rise up against you, you shall refute it. And that's what I did. He said something and I refuted it. I put it down because I knew it wasn't the truth. And I dealt with him as aggressively as he has chosen to deal with me.
That's a different Mace than this one.
Yeah, I don't know if him trying to appease the church, coming back, making a statement back to
Yo, I did this nigga talking about he want receipts. Let's start with your mother, nigga. Your mother got the receipts, nigga. Everything is in your mother's name. That's the one who got the receipts, nigga. You need more proof, nigga? Biggie ain't here, so Big can't give you no receipts. He dead. Craig Mack can't give you receipts. He dead. What are you talking about? Who else? Black Rob can't give you receipts. He dead. And everybody else you made sign paperwork so they can't talk about what I'm talking about. I'm the only one with the guts. You're not sign it, nigga. Because I ain't need the money. All money ain't good money. Remember that. Remember that. Remember that, nigga. You know who to play with, nigga.
Yeah, that's the message he got to stick with right there. Because that other thing he was trying to do, So then him and Kanye linked up, I guess. Child. Now these are people with families. Okay, let's see.
Yo, we here is Jay and Mace. I'm asking Mace every idea that God is sending through him right now to make sure that he expresses the ideas to the maximum of what God wants them to be. Not presenting anything like we presented to a label or any media company or any shoe company, anything. It's like just whatever God wants for us to do right now because it's our time. Yo, we here is Jay and Mace.
Said it's our time, so I don't know what they have planned. And I'm pretty sure Ye said it's war with Ye with what's his name, Diddy. That's why he linked up with Mace, because he's trying to put something on Diddy, make him think about it. But this is crazy. I'm very interested to see how that plays out. I really am. Diddy, his time has been coming for a long time. I'm glad he's speaking out against him and strongly. And other people need to also. But like May said, a handful of those people are dead. And it's funny, he waits till now to come start speaking out. Nobody's around to refute what he's saying, like May said. And then he wants to tear Mace down, calling him a fake ass pastor, which he might have very well have been a whitehead. But for him to do that, brother love, come on now. You know good and well your reputation was well earned in these streets. You know all kind of stuff you've done. We don't know the half of it, but I know there's been dead bodies. I'm talking from Tupac and on up. I'm gonna say Tupac too, because we know his name was all thrown in the mix when all that stuff was going on.
Hell, they got pictures of Diddy and Mace kissing each other on the lips.
Doesn't surprise me. And Mace might be coming out with more. If Mace really says, you know what, to hell with it, I'm just gonna put it all out there, we may just find out. Because that's what you got to do with somebody like a Diddy. You got to put it all out there.
Right.
You got to let it all go with him. And because he's going to bully you, use his resources and the people in his pockets to shut you down. The only thing that's going to bring him down is the truth. The truth. So I hope more people come out against him. It's time. Tired of these people. All right, last words, people, since y'all just dying over there, you say.
Just appreciate everybody coming out tonight, hanging with us. Yeah, I'm not dying, but I am just laying across the bed a little bit because it's a little early, but yeah, I'm hanging though. Don't cut the live short because of me, please.
Oh no, we've had up on 2 hours,
Okay.
Ms. Della, any final thoughts or words? JC, the one that's up in the chat, by the way.
Thank you, everybody. Well, thank you, JC.
What she said, Ye is making White Lives Matter and selling them, making off of hate t-shirts. Yeah, I don't think he did that on his own. I mean, I really do feel he was directed to do that somehow. I mean, he probably did get money for doing that. He needs money. He's divorced from Kim Kardashian. I don't know what type of arrangement or post-nup, prenup, or whatever they had going on, but I'm pretty sure with having 4 children with her, you got to have some money. You got to have money. Well, she got money too, so I guess, either way it goes, the kids are good, but as a man, you know what I'm saying? You got to come correct. So maybe that's just what he got to do. They said Kim ignored him at the game with.
Yep.
I don't know. Was it the soccer game I saw him with her with Saint? I saw her at a soccer game with Saint. But if that was either way it goes, that is embarrassing. If I was her, she probably has nightmares about this man because he puts everything out there.
Yeah.
And I can imagine all the history the history they have, all the things he probably has on her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's probably more the reason she became a lawyer than anything else, to protect herself against his ass. She's like, let me get my law degree because this motherfucker's crazy. He has $1 billion. Does he actually have $1 billion? Or I don't know. I know he has money, but money, when you spend it, you got to get more money. And I know he's living high off the hog. He bought a whole bunch of land in Wyoming. Was it Wyoming?
He a lunatic. He's going crazy is what he doing. He don't know what to do with himself.
I think he's got a lot of people in his ear. You saw who he was with when he did the t-shirt.
F. Candace Owen.
Oh, Candace Owen. But she's the one, like I think I had mentioned here about talking about this cyber pandemic that is sure to come, and telling everybody to stock up on their food. She said, my husband hunts and we got guns, and we have our own land and our own farming.
trying to put scare tactics because they hate Biden so much. But I do believe we are going to go through a recession. But what else is new? Like, if you've lived enough, you know that everything is circular and it goes back around to kickstart the economy and different things. So, you know, we can't be in fear. We are protected, you know, but we do need to be on top to stay aware and be in the know of what's going on.
Well said, Miss P.
For sure. And you can do that right here.
No, you're
You know
done.
what? Get the hell off my damn channel.
Love you. Oh, wait a minute. Let me change my voice. Love you.
Oh Lord. Oh my God.
You're gonna give me the one. I'm the one started up talking about we get you killing us. So
she probably blocked me by the mom, Miss P.
You guys just
blocked.
wait to have what I have in store for y'all.
She knows we appreciate her.
Yeah, we do love her. She know that.
They're trying to be nice. I'll take it though. I'll take it. I love y'all right back. But I appreciate you,
My
warriors.
voice is getting deeper. That means I'm sleepier.
Oh gosh, is that what Steve has to deal with? Lord.
You don't worry about what the hell Steve got to deal with. He ain't here.
Like I said, Steve know what to do, child. He's like,
He's in California, Miss P, visiting his 99-year-old mom.
Aw, that's sweet.
Voice, he's getting a break from that deep ass voice that he got to wake up to. He like, damn, damn, Della.
That's why he calls me 10 times. He'll call me 10 times a day.
That's because his ass don't want to get yelled at, cursed the fuck out.
No, I want him to enjoy it. You know, look at me. I'm telling you, I'm tired. It is very seldom that, you know, your a parent, grandparent make it to that age. Just like your grandmother, Goddess. You know, you go and, you know, you visit your grandmother all the time. Steve didn't have the opportunity to do that. So he haven't seen her in years, even though he talked to her, but I'm glad that he's out there visiting her because he should.
That's right.
He sure should.
Yeah, enjoy your family. Yeah. We'll be right here.
She like, just make sure you back when you supposed to be back.
No, he'll be fine. He asked me if the dog miss him yet.
Aw.
Her bad ass.
Steve finna extend his stay. I'm just kidding.
He'll be here Monday morning.
He gonna send for Star.
Oh, she talking shit. What did my mother say? I might sling out with the knives.
Southside Jerry. Southside Jerry said, cut you, child. All right, y'all. Love ya.
Love
you.
Goodbye.
All right, guys. Thank
Bye,
you,
guys.
everybody. This was a good live.